Hey, so here I've got the Super Nintendo controller for Nintendo Switch. I'm going to open it up, give you guys a quick look, and then I'm going to go test it on some games and report back and let you know how it went. So here's the box. All right, let's open it up. Okay, so it actually comes with a charging cord, which is pretty cool. So there it is. Now, just first impressions, this feels pretty authentic. The plastic feels very similar to the classic Super Nintendo controllers, which I think is awesome. Buttons and everything feels super authentic. It appears to be the same size as the classic controller too, which is cool. But you also get all the modern conveniences of a Switch controller. So it connects with USB-C, as you can see. No pun intended. It has the ZL and ZR buttons on there too, hidden away nice and small. Got the sync button, the input lights. All right, so I'm impressed so far. So I'm going to go test it out on my Switch. I'm going to try it with a couple games. Then I'm going to come back and let you know how it went.
1 hour later.
Hey, so I'm back, and this thing is pretty cool. So I started out with the Super Nintendo Nintendo Switch Online service. And as you would expect and hope, it runs perfectly. So if you're looking for that classic feel, I mean, this is a great way to get it. And then for fun, I tried out a small indie game you may have heard of. So good news, bad news with Metroid Prime. The good news is that this game is still fantastic. The bad news is that you can't move because there's no analog stick. I'm sure you could probably guess that. All I can do is change my beam here, and I can shoot. I can jump, I can turn into the morph ball, and that's basically it. But then I tried one of my partner's favorite games, Downwell. So as you can see, Downwell runs perfectly with this controller, which goes to show that even though the compatibility isn't there for all games, there are some games that you can use this controller on, or with, sorry, that works perfectly. Okay, Miyamoto, forgive me, for I have sinned. The last thing I did was I connected it to my computer through Bluetooth, and interestingly enough, it labels it immediately as SNES controller, and you can use it as a regular Bluetooth controller with anything on your PC, even something like RetroArch. So if you don't have a Nintendo Switch, but you still want to play some SNES games in a classic way using this controller, yeah, you can use it with any emulators, any other games on your computer. I mean, you could probably beat Dark Souls with this. Well, I mean, I can't. You might be able to do it if that's something that you want to do. The only downside, and this is a big caveat, is that to order this controller, you need Nintendo Switch Online to do it. So Nintendo Switch Online, at least in Canada, is $25 for a full year. The controller itself is $40. So that's about $70 after tax. But if you do want to play some classic games on your computer, this is not a bad way to do it. And it's pretty versatile. There's a bunch of different things you can do with this controller. So, in my opinion, highly recommended. Go have some fun.